So my name is Jose. I'm from Apple Ross International Limited. So we are launching these our 4 units of 16 kilowatt lithium battery and 24 kilowatt hybrid inverter. Then if you have questions, you can ask. On the rooftop, we have 60 pieces of solar panels, and each of those solar panels are 550 watts. 550 watts, they are bifacial. Now, how do you manage this system? How do you on it and turn it on and turn it off? It's a very simple deal. So for here now, you can see your SPD, your voltage regulators are on 1, 2. Each one serves for each inverter. The work of these two guys is to ensure that if light is lower than 200, maybe your standard national grid voltage is 210, 220, 230, 240, 250. But if it's lower than maybe it's around 160, 110, so instead of the inverter to get damaged, so what this guy does is to cut it off so that it does not spoil the inverter. You understand? Now that's why it's programmed. And here we also have SPD. What is SPD? It's a surge protector. It's a mechanism. I will come here, don't worry. So it's a mechanism. This surge protector is to make sure that when the voltage is high, maybe there's a cloud discharge, thunder strike and everything, excess charge voltage that's supposed to damage the equipment, the SPD will take the excess voltage, the mechanism that will trip off, and the earth that is connected will take the voltage down to the earth. So that's each of them serve for each inverter. Then at this side here too, we also have an SPD too. Bring the camera closer. We have these two SPD here is the DC aspect. This one is AC, DC. So this is DC SPD. So what it does is that from the panel side, because that one is from NEPA side, for the grid side, for the panel side, maybe there is a cloud discharge too, because the panel is in the roof. So the SPD they take those excess voltage and take it to the earth. So this 1 year, this 2 year serve one inverter because it's first stream of wire that come from the rooftop from the panel. 15, 15, 15 in 4 places give you 60. So this inverter have 30 panels, 15, 15. That's why you have 2 SPD here. And like this inverter here also have 30 panels, 15, 15. That's why you also have another 2 SPD here. You understand? So they are made to protect the system on maximum. So we don't have anything to bother about. So that's for the protective device that we have there. Then we'll now come back here. Yeah, these are the AC aspects. But let's work on the DC aspect of the system. The battery has been off for some time. Let's turn on the batteries first. It has breaker. Don't have any business with it. I just go beg you. First battery is coming up. Second battery is coming up. Third battery is coming up. While the fourth battery is up. Each of the battery has what we call breaker, and those breaker is meant to protect the system in case of any emergency. It will automatically trip off. So we also make it a very seamless solar setup we have here. So now these 2 breaker here, breaker 1, breaker 2, so that the inverter come up. You have seen solar as breaker 1, breaker 2. Here too, we also have breaker 1 and breaker 2. So you don't have any business here. As we are launching it, we are locking it. Please don't touch. Okay, please don't touch. I just got to beg you. I beg, don't touch them. So now it's not going to charge because your battery actually is fully charged. You understand? But it indicates here that there are already solar panels here on the system. Now, how do we put on the inverter? I know you'll be curious about that. Yeah, we have the switch button here. At the bottom, let me lock this guy first so that we will not be able to take your camera properly. So look at it here, take it on. See, on the screen, you see something like a home. Came up. They want the second one. The same place. And when you switch it on, it's only like a home came here, but now it's not supplying. It's going to wait to see that the system is okay before it starts supplying to the house. See, it's supplying now. And this is supplying now. Then if you look at this side, the light has not come here yet. Because we have not put on the breaker for supply to the house here. Everything has processed. All these things, they are not meant to touch them, but they are just there for protective purpose. These are NCTB. These are advanced circuit breakers. So we have the first one, which is this guy. Oh, sorry, I think this guy is meant for charging. Sorry to say. Okay, this is the load that's come up. We are on inverter now. Then, but now it's only one inverter that is supplying. Then on the second breaker, I'll come back and explain that the twin inverter is supplying the entire house the same load at the same time. Now, how does that happen? If you look at our connection that we have here, though this doesn't concern it, just a bonus, I'm giving it to you. If you look at it, we loop everything. On a normal standard of technical wire, it's supposed to explode and catch fire. Why is it not working? Because it's a smart system. It has been computerized and it has been programmed. So on the inverter screen here, they can put more load. On the inverter screen, you can see M here, which means this is the master inverter. While the second screen, you can see S beside the house. That means this is the slave. So what that means is that this is the master, this is slave. So the two inverters share load. You understand? If at the moment what you are consuming in the house is here, it will show here. That's the output. The output load. Let me step coming. You are not consuming much, so they can always pause. Too fast, so okay. That's your BMS. I'm still coming to that side. Okay, look at what you are consuming at the moment. You are consuming at this inverter, you are only consuming 60 to 70 watts. 60 to 70 watts. While this inverter, you are consuming only 160 or 150 watts. Now, if I'm to knock one of the breaker of that, I'm stopping one of the inverter to supply to the house, all the load will come to one side. So now you see that at off it, yeah, no load here, all the load have transferred to this place. So master is taking all the load. Then if I'm to on it back, see that the load deduction is splitted. You get it? Then if I'm to off this breaker, all the load shift to this inverter. So it's very smart. You understand? It's a very smart system. So it doesn't, the advantage of having this kind of a system is that to ensure that you do not overwork one inverter, or maybe one inverter break down before we come back and fix it, you're already using one particular inverter. So this is your SPD. You don't have any business with it. You don't touch it. That's why we lock it. You don't need to touch this. Then now on this other side, because we are not talking about this one. This SPD here have to do with the grid, utility grid. For NEPA light, you charge it, either light or generator. Now, how would that work? If you on this one, if you notice, there's nothing like NEPA here. How do you know? Something like power line, transmission, energy, power system will come up here whenever I take this one up. So let me take the first one out for this inverter. Say that it's blinking. Why is it blinking? It's trying to check whether the energy that is coming from the grid is okay. It's saying go for the two is blinking. So they are checking. If it's stable, if it is okay, look, it is stable. But if you have not started charging, it's still checking whether it's okay for him to accept. It's like something strange is coming. So when you now access for a few seconds, you notice that okay, it's okay. You're going to send a signal from here to the inverter. So after a few seconds, you hear that sound now. You see that it's charging. So it's taking energy from the grid and it's powering your house. Your battery is full, it cut off your battery. You get the point now. And it's taking energy from the sun. So the advantage there is that we make the utility grid and the PV, which is solar module, as a priority. The purpose of that priority is that, okay, if during the day, I take 50% from the sun, I take 50% from the grid, I charge my battery and I power my house. So when the utility grid go off, I take all my energy from the panels. the leftover I take from my battery. Your battery will always get charged. Now, for you to see that your battery is already 100% here, that's why nothing is coming in. Nothing like a curve like this is coming in. Your battery is full. So your system is okay. Now, what is your whole responsibility here? Your responsibility here is on. That's all. You are leaving the house. Off. You don't even need to off it. Just leave it.
Turning one
The boat has to come up at the same time. Go up at the same time, exactly. I like you for that question. So, but in case of emergency situation, maybe you people want to leave the house, you want to travel out of the country, maybe for like some months. Yeah. So what you need to do is that turn this off. Then you open this and bring all the breakers down. Then the batteries, there's a button here. Press the silver button, each of them one by one, all the screens will go off. You understand? If you don't understand, call me, put me on the video call, I will put you through on that. Do you have any questions? So it's very seamless and very simple. So you can load the system and you can enjoy your system. So this is what we have here. I hope you like our work. This is news, Abby. I hope you recommend us to friends and family. All right, thank you. Although we won't show your face, but we don't mind. We can give you mic to talk behind. Maybe you tell us how you feel about our work. I don't know.
Just finish moving there. I can see I'm sweating.
No problem. We appreciate that. We also respect privacy too. You understand? You know, these have to go on it, but we need the permission. Can we post it?
Yes.
All right, thank you very much. So, you don't have any other question?
So for now, you're leaving everything on like
Everything is on now. Now, in a situation that there's a situation that the emergency, because you know, whatever human manufacturers they have an error, even human breakdown. So what if there's an emergency, digital breakdown, and you need to power? Now see, your load has started coming up in the house. This is the load is coming up because they have put on more load in the house. I think they have put on what is now. This is taking 2.2 kilowatts, while this one is taking 1.7 kilowatts. Now, do you know that your energy is coming direct from the sun? Look at what it's taking from the sun. It's taking 2.3, 2.5. It's never taking for your grid because we make your PV as a priority, and it's also taking here. Now, if we let you really see with your total consumption, sorry, I know you're sweating. Now, you see your load increases to almost 4 kilowatts, 3.9. Almost 4 kilowatts, what you are consuming. You understand? So, but when we on this, we're going to share, we're going to split it. It's going to take some to this side and leave some to this side. But because this is the master, most time master take more. Sometimes when he's a little bit tired, they allow sleep to take more. So they alternate the energy drain and energy consumption on it.
So I have questions.
All right.
I'm not sleeping here tonight.
Okay.
So I'm going out.
Okay. Yeah, you don't need to turn off all this, but you're coming back tomorrow.
Coming tomorrow.
You turn off this, you turn off this. So when you turn it off, this light here, the light in the entire house will go off. But it's only when you now take this up. This is a bypass. You don't want to use it. You know, I was trying to say something. Like assuming there's an emergency situation, the inverter breakdown. The first thing you do is call us. That's why we put our contact number on the screen. The issue of the inverter. Especially the one that ends with 627. This last one on the ground. That's our hotline. So call us on that number. Then before you call, do a video, send it to us. Okay, this is the situation. We will respond to you 24 hours. So what it is that this guy take it up. That's why we write a bypass there. The bypass switch is to bypass the inverter and supply light to your house. Then open all this breaker, bring everything down. Although they will automatically trip off. But if you have not trip off, bring them down. Then off the batteries. They will come and check what the situation is and fix it. Alright. So when you put it on bypass, you'll be able to use your generator and use your NEPA. But when it's down like this on the inverter, so the inverter do auto switching. When you on your gen, the switch to your gen by yourself. When the NEPA light come, the national grid come, the switch to utility grid by yourself. It's automatic, it's seamless. You're welcome. So if you have an internet in the house, you let us know. We will come back and that one will pay. Come back. What's that time?
It's mobile.
Okay, it's mobile. Oh, it's not going to be permanent here. Okay, if you have the one that's going to be permanent, let me know. So I will come and install the Wi-Fi dongle on it so that you can monitor them remotely online. Anywhere you are in the world, you can see what you are generating, what you are consuming. System.
Just confirm one last time. As we're leaving
Yeah.
today, turn it
Just turn it off here, turn it off here. That's all.
Then maybe come back tomorrow.
Turn it on, turn it on. That's all. Don't touch nothing else. Exactly. You're welcome. So I'm leaving this key here on top of this place. Thank you. It's nice having you around here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so my name is remains, and also I hope you guys enjoyed the presentation. So this is super sweet na Monique now. So patronize us. Our phone number remains 08137037627. That's our call line. That's our WhatsApp line. All our details will be on the screen. Bye.